All right, let's go ahead and get started. So I want to thank everyone for coming on out. And in tonight's training, we're going to talk about selling additional services plus just handle whatever questions that you have. I have some exciting things to share as well about Easy Video Creator. So first, I want to thank you for coming out. I know that everyone's time is busy, whether you're watching this live or recorded. I really appreciate it and hope that you are taking time to devote yourself to your business. I know that if you're watching this video in a timely fashion, it's the middle of the summer, and this is the time of year where you really want to start gearing up for the fall. Because while it's true that business owners, are not working, I guess, as hard over the summer, they're still working. I know that when I first started, I didn't know if I should lay low over the summer with selling to them, and the answer is no, because oftentimes things slow down, and you'll find that business owners are a little less into doing new things because they're kind of trying to coast over the summer in terms of big projects in their business. However, it's the perfect time to be talking to them about how you can help them, because they seem to be more open to it, or less busy. That's been the case some of the time. You also want to start thinking about what you personally want to be doing in the fall and the end of the year and Christmas and all those kinds of good things, because I know that for me personally, I'm sure there's multiple things that'll come out over the next 2 months that I'll buy. That's shiny object syndrome. And will I really do all of them? Probably not. Just because it's always easy. It's the grass seems to be just a little bit green on the other side. But the thing is, what you have in front of you right here with Easy Video Creator, with the other tools that you have the ability to make so much money, to have this be a full-time job for you, but you need to have a full-time commitment to that. I know that it can be stressful with whatever else is going on in your life, but I want to encourage you to make the time, and you've made the time to come out here tonight, which is incredible. Just want to extend that further to really setting goals for yourself. I'm almost done with my rant here, I promise. I have a business coach that I work with, because I myself have had a lot of struggles in the business side of things with my own and with how to do things, and it's helped me a lot. And one thing that I'm guilty of is I'll say, oh yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm definitely gonna do that. But if I don't make it concrete, then you know what? It's not real. So what I try to do now is, I am gonna do that. I'm gonna do that by August 1st. I'm gonna do this by July 23rd, and writing things down and scheduling things. My family lives and dies by this planner that my wife maintains. I don't know if you have that too. We would be lost without it. We have 3 kids, and it is insane all the things that we do with them. What I'll do is I'll write stuff in there that's like really important to me. So it's like, I put in there, it's got to happen. I need to schedule with myself that I'm going to spend 2 hours tomorrow working on whatever. That helps it, again, appear more real than it's not enough to say, I'll get to it. So just please keep that in mind and try to be more specific and honest with yourself. So you can move this business forward. Okay, so enough about that. So the structure tonight, will be just like the other ones that we've had, in that I have some things I want to share with you, but then I want to be able to just open up the floor and answer whatever questions that you have about whatever. So any questions that you have about what I'm talking about now, I'd like to do those first. So as I'm sharing things, feel free to ask questions, and then after that, then we'll go into whatever else. If I don't answer your question, feel free to ask again, and because the intention is not to ignore anyone. So you have the ability to sell videos to businesses, and that's a really great way to get your foot in the door. However, I want to encourage you tonight to look past that role, because I don't want you to just be known as the video guy or the video gal. I want you to be the consultant, because there's a big difference between the two of these. Let's say that you manage advertising for your company. That's one thing that you do, but a consultant is pretty much someone, and even using that name, that title, puts it into the business owner's mind that you're someone that's going to be there to help them with their marketing. Let me give you an example. One of my clients, I come in, and before I came in, they were not tracking their website so well. So they didn't know how many people came from where and how long they stayed and if they got leads from it, all these things, which is, by the way, the case most of the time with businesses. And I came in and was like, hey, listen, and when I came in at the time, I was selling search engine services to rank them, but I wanted to be clear with them that they were going to be getting me, that I was an internet marketing expert, which, by the way, you all totally are, because, you're here, you've been through some of these trainings, and you probably have a huge toolkit of things on your web, on your computer that basically qualifies you as an expert too. And I was going to use my expertise to help them. And it's not rocket science, because it's just a lot of common sense things that you can help a business with. So, for example, they were spending thousands of dollars a year, thousands and thousands of dollars on yellowpages.com. And I had this feeling that it was a waste of money. So I got in and I installed Google Analytics on their website. Google Analytics it's free, doesn't cost anything, and it's a way for their website to be tracked. Now, some businesses have websites and they'll be like, oh yeah, we have stats. I never look at that. If they're not stats through something like Google Analytics, it's a bunch of garbage. Most of the time. Like, for example, sometimes some web designers have not let me very much, because like they'd be like, your website had 30,000 hits in January, and I would look at that, and 30,000 hits is not the same as actual, real people. Google Analytics takes the statistics and makes them easier to understand in terms of what their website's really doing. So like you could look at it and be like, okay, 500 different people came to your website in January, and out of those 500, 300 of them came more than once, and they stayed an average of 2 minutes. These are all really, really helpful things that a business owner is going to really appreciate knowing, because the thing is, back in the old days, a business would advertise in the yellow pages, that big yellow book, and they'd be in the newspaper, and maybe they even be on the TV, and they would have no idea where business would come from. If any would come from wherever. And of course, back then the newspaper tended to do well. But the point is, you just didn't know. Now, sure, there were some smart companies that would run tracking phone numbers in a newspaper ad, which is very smart, but most wouldn't. And the way that it works now, people are able to really see what's going on their website. And the fact that most business owners are missing it is a real shame. So I came in as this consultant and installed this, and I looked at the traffic they were getting from Yellow Pages, and basically it broke down as this. When people would come from Google, they would stay on my client's website for maybe like 3 minutes. Really, really good. 3 minutes, because their website was good. They would come, they'd look at different pages. But when people would come from Yellow Pages, they would stay an average of 5 seconds. Is that crazy or what? So even though Yellow Pages was sending them, I don't know, maybe 150 people a month, it was complete garbage traffic. I don't know if it was a robot that was coming through. I don't know if it was people coming through thinking that they were a different kind of company, because who in the world is only going to stay for a couple seconds? The point is that the traffic they were getting through there was not beneficial for them, and I was able to help them see that. And then we ran instead. So they cut off paying that company, and instead I helped them run a Google AdWords campaign, and they were able to see through the tracking how great that did. And they were able to see that they would spend, I don't know, maybe $22 to get a lead, and then it was less than that. They would get an email for maybe like $7, and they would get a lead for like $30. As far as someone that would come into their business, it was a really, really great campaign, and they were really thankful to have that and be able to see physically how much they were spending. So because I was like that with them, whenever they would look to do something, they would ask me. So they'd be like, so-and-so wants to charge us for advertising. Can you be there? And, I would call in and be able to be there and help them. So the point I'm trying to make is, as a consultant and not the video guy, I was able to charge them $2,000 a month instead of $500 for a video because I was their guy. And now, of course, I did more, but a lot of it was outsourced. But the point is, they did not want to lose me because they needed me. They felt that without me being there, even though they were paying me $2,000 a month, they might have turned around and wasted $20,000 on a poor decision because they valued what I did. The more connected you become with the company, the less likely they are to say, hey, we don't need this Matt dude, because they realize how much you're able to help them. So what I want to encourage you to do, and I realize that, I might know more about some of this than you do, and that's okay. I want you to keep in mind that you have the ability to tap into all these different things, even if you're not, because I wasn't the SEO expert. I knew who to go to for them to do it, but SEO, goodness, it changes so much. It's not something that I wanted to have be like my main thing. For a little while, I tried to do it myself, but yikes, you want somebody else to do it. So what you need to do is I want to encourage you to open up the services that you offer and sell more than just video. Now, video is such a great way to get your foot in the door, but once you get in that door, they will see you as someone they trust. And that's a big deal because, believe me, they get calls all the time. And once you actually are talking with someone and you provide a service, they'll see that you're for real. And they will be very open to hearing what else you can help them with. So it's important, of course, that you get in and in a timely manner, you provide them with a great service. But now that you have that relationship, believe me, the hard part is done. Now you can explore them paying you more money, because the thing is, in a lot of these situations, a business does want to spend more money to do more things online. They just don't know what to do and who to go to. And now that they've had this positive experience with you, the door is open for you to offer more things. So now, you could spend, a lot of time learning how to be an SEO person, learning how to be a social marketing person. But I want to encourage you to outsource this so that way you can maintain, your focus on selling videos, getting your feet in the door, and then outsourcing the other services to other companies. Okay, so SEO ranking, these are things that you can be charging money for. You can be providing. Getting traffic to their website is another huge one. Managing their Facebook, social media management, again, is another major thing. Now, some businesses are going to be more in need of it than others. Like the local plumber might not really care too much about Facebook, but the local restaurant will really care about Facebook. The hair salon should really be worrying about Facebook and using that to their advantage. So as a consultant, you want to make a business need you. You want to make yourself a vital part of what you can offer to them, so they feel that they need you there. That's the best way to assure yourself that you're going to have that consistent income from them. Because with me, when I got into local marketing, it was a part-time thing at first. And once I built relationships with my clients, I was able to continue that out and have that be a stable income for me. Because, if you get your income from having websites ranked in Google, that can be great, but it can also be gone the next day. When you're a consultant, you're there to help them with whatever. So if you're getting them leads through Google and Google isn't important anymore, you just go to what's next. Over my time, I've seen, of course, first SEO was really important, and then Google Maps came in, and now social marketing is really important. So there's just different things. And as a consultant, you can just continue to stay involved with what it is a business is going to need. And then you can be the one to provide that to them. You want to be confident in how you can help and realize that you can provide just about any service that is out there. The way that you can do that is by selectively working with other companies and outsourcing the work to them. So let me give you an example. Endless Rise, you might have heard of them. They're a very popular company. They're huge. They have hundreds of employees. And what they do is they help businesses get their websites ranked well and other companies and whatnot. But they do it through white labeling, which means that you can pay them whatever money, and then they will do the work. They'll send you a report. You put your name on that report, and then you send it to your client. So literally all you do is you charge your client one fee. You pay a part of that to Endless Rise, and then they do the work for you. They're known as Virtual Group now. I don't know why they changed their name, but that's what they're known as. So if you do an internet search for Endless Rise or Virtual Group, or both of them together, you'll see their website. Just so you know, they don't share a lot of information with you until you actually sign up. It doesn't cost anything to sign up. And one of the things that I really like about this company is that they really offer a lot to you to help you sell your services. They do offer an option that you can pay money too. You don't have to do that. A lot of people don't. But again, the way that it could work is, let's say that Endless Rise is going to charge you, I still call them Endless Rise. They're called Virtual Group now. They're going to charge you $300 a month for the SEO that you could provide. And you turn right around and you charge $700 for it, or you charge $1,000 for it. It's up to you what you would charge. But then you pay Endless Rise for the rest. And it doesn't just end with SEO. They do other things as well. But the point is, they're certainly someone that I can recommend with both thumbs up, that they're great. And you can go ahead and employ a company like that. Now, when I first started, I took the road that I didn't want to work with a group like that because I wanted to be able to make more money myself. So what I did was I went through, it used to be called Odesk, but I went through, they're called Upwork now, and I hired individual people to do SEO for me. And it worked all right, but it ended up being a lot of work on my end too, because I had to really keep telling the person what to do. And as SEO changed over the years, it was a lot of time, and I would encourage you to really take more of a back role in all this, to be able to just hire a company to do this for you. You can even go to Fiverr and pay someone on Fiverr to do things. Now, what you'll find is that Fiverr is a way a lot of businesses will advertise a little bit of their service. Like, let's say, for example, that you pay someone to rank a video for you, and that's great, but you pay that same person a few times, you can end up developing a relationship with them and having them work more consistently for you. And there's companies out there that'll do a great job ranking videos, ranking websites, maintaining Facebook pages. There's plenty. So what you do is you create this network of services. You get comfortable with a few providers and you expand out. So now you're not just providing video, you're able to offer other things as well. And like I've shared before, it's not anywhere as easy as it used to be to send an email out or pick up the phone and try to sell someone search engine services, because they've been around for a while, and businesses, they might not even understand what you're talking about. Google, ranking on Google, what does that mean? Which is why commercials have really helped a lot of people break through this, because commercials make sense. A business owner can look at the commercial and they understand what they're going to be getting, and they also understand why it would help them. And it's not as confusing as SEO. And honestly, now that I've been around for a while, I've seen that there's some pretty horrible companies out there that have burnt bridges with other businesses. So like I come into the picture and they're like, we paid a SEO firm for a year and we didn't get any return from them at all. And they didn't trust them. However, they like my commercial thing. So, you come on in there and they like the commercial, and then you're able to talk to them about SEO and take things a bit slower and help them understand how it could help them. Maybe you start by ranking their video, something they bought from you, and they're able to see the views that they got to that video and the conversions they're getting. And then you can take it to the next level. We can also rank your website. We can also make sure that your video is getting more exposure on Facebook. We could also set up this little bit of advertising, and whenever someone goes and sees your video on your website, when they're on Facebook, they're going to see your video again. Wouldn't that be awesome? Because we know that people are far more likely to use your service the second time they hear from you, the fifth time they hear from you. And there's all these different ways. The internet has just created all these amazing opportunities for you to be doing marketing for a business. And you just need that relationship to be able to provide more for them. So Stan shares that the website is endlessrise.com. Yes, Stan, and when you go there, you'll see that they actually redirect you to their new website. Okay, so let me just finish up here, and then we'll go on to your questions here. So just one other thing. You want to make sure that you limit the amount of work that you're physically doing, because it can catch up with you really quickly. So basically, let's say that you're selling videos, and when you start, you can do these things yourself. It's not that much work. But when you start to get larger, you really need to have someone doing things for you. You just want to be careful. I know that with me and my business, and of course this extends out into me being a teacher as well, but there's so many times that I'm the squeaky wheel in the machine, and I slow things down because I need to manage things better. You just want to make sure that your business is ready, because once you start scaling out and providing other services, it gets more complicated, which is why it makes the most sense to do it the right way from the ground up, and just be comfortable with paying other companies to do that work for you. So, if Endless Rise, for example, is doing the service fulfillment for you, that's great, because your role is just going to be keeping an eye on them, of course, to make sure that things are still going well, but also just getting the work delivered to your client. Paying someone to even do that part, paying someone to work with your clients, paying someone to make phone calls for you, and also being the liaison between you and the client. There's all the different ways that you can work to make sure other people are doing those things, so that way you can focus on building your business. It's how companies go from making $10,000 a year to making $1 million a year. You need to be able to scale, because the thing is, you sell a few videos here and there. You have to keep in mind that what you're doing works. You just need to do it on a larger scale. And then the next question is, how do you do that? How can you get help to do that? When you double the amount of clients you get, you're not necessarily going to double the amount of money you make, because you're going to have to spend more money for people to help that happen. However, because you'll still make more money, as long as you're not eating up your time, it's the way that you grow your business to get it to that next level. So just keep that in mind. So I wanted to also share with you, before we go to your questions, a new tool that we've added for you all that are in the membership program. It's this Google Maps tool. Now, some of you might have picked it up through a promotion that we did. We included it as a bonus, but I wanted to make sure that you knew that everyone that's in the Easy Video Creator member monthly club will have access to this Google Maps tool. And basically what it does is you can go out and you just go to the page and type in what you're looking for, like plumber, Harrisburg, PA, and then all these businesses will come up, and then you can use this listing to just bang, 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 go down the list and contact them. So this will be available if you're on here tonight live. It is July 19th, I think, and this should be available July 20th when you get the information about our webinar being recorded. It'll also include a link so you can check out and use this tool. I just wanted to let you know about it. It's something that we're able to include to you as well. And I want to encourage you to use it, because Google Maps, let me show you what Google Maps is, if you don't know. Let me show you a few different things here. This is Endless Rise is now a virtual group. If you go here, this is the website that I was talking about that you can be working with. And actually someone informed me that the reason for the name change was because the person who ran it had an unfortunate accident and stepped away, and we have a different name now. However, it's the same engine, it's the same people there. If I find out that there's any negatives, I will certainly let you know, but I'm not aware of any. My understanding is that they are still on the edge of their seat with what they're doing, and I need to double check that. So let me show you. Let's go to Google here. If I go to Google, well, this is what a lot of people do, and let's say that I'm looking for a plumber. I will just spell it the right way, hopefully. And what comes up at the top here are these ads. Actually, no, I messed it up there. Let's do chiropractors, and I'll type in the city here. What this right here? This is Google Places, Google Maps. These are these things right here. The ads underneath are AdWords, but this right here is Google Places, Google Maps, and the businesses that appear in here, as you can imagine, it's a big deal that they're there. And what you can do is you can use my tool to extract all of these, like dozens of them, and then to be able to go down the list and contact them, all the plumbers that are in Harrisburg, whatever. And you can be looking at businesses on the front, like for example, this one right here, they're the very first result. That's great. They're certainly getting traffic. However, look at this. They don't have a video on their page. They could really use our help, right? You could go down the list, and this one here, let's see. I don't know. Yeah, not so great. Again, you can help these companies out by contacting them and letting them know how you can help them, show them some examples. And with my tool, you can really quickly pull lots of them, and that's pretty great to be able to do that. All right, so let's go ahead. And as far as how to use the tool and everything, that'll be available in the email that we send out, those of you that are on here live with me right now. So let's go ahead then and move into your questions and see what we can do with that. Okay, so Bradley wants to know the best way to get stats for video views. Okay, Bradley, that is a really great question. So I'm assuming that you're talking in terms of, well, let's answer this question with both. Let's say that you have an advertisement for your business and you want to get more people to see it, but also let's say that you are selling a video to a business and you are charging them a monthly fee to maybe rent the video and also the service that you're going to get them traffic to that video. So what can you do to get more exposure to that video? Well, the one thing I would encourage you to do is to have that video places where it's going to be seen. So, for example, if this is a video for a chiropractor, make sure that it's on their website. You could use an embedded video so that way that maybe it's being pulled from Vimeo or YouTube or wherever you have it hosted, and then the views will be tracked there. So that way everybody that goes to the website will also see the video. I would encourage you to put it on Facebook because that's another great place to be sharing the video with other people. If the business is involved with Facebook, if they're not, I would encourage them to get involved. I would encourage them to have the video shown as an ad to their clients. Let's say, for example, that you're working with a plumber and the plumber has a list of email addresses. You can use Facebook advertising. You can upload those emails, and you can have that video shown as an advertisement to people that the plumber has their email. So that way, the plumber is reminding them of his or her service. Or a hair salon. Let's say that there's a hair salon that you're working with, and you want to be able to get the word out more. Again, you can use the social media to be able to get things out there better. Now, in terms of getting a video ranked, just generally speaking, there's lots of schools of thought on that. In terms of getting links to something, typically you want to be careful with not getting too many links too quickly to like a website. However, when you're trying to rank a video like on YouTube, for example, that kind of goes out the window because YouTube is an established website, and because of this situation, you can send a boatload of links to a YouTube video, and typically you'll be okay. So a couple things that you can do. One thing that is really hot right now is streaming videos. I don't know if you've ever heard of the the software called Livestream Genius. That's one that I recommend. There's a couple other ones as well, but the gist is that you can have a Google stream. You can stream video live on there, and Google Hangouts was another way that this was done. And the gist is, for whatever reason, whenever a video comes through that way, YouTube puts a priority on ranking it, and so does Google, and that gives videos a boost. So that's one way to get an initial boost. Let's say, for example, that you have a video and you have it, let's say that it's for a plumber, and you target one specific keyword phrase. Maybe something about a bathroom. And you target that, and then you rank that well. Then you go back and you have that same video, and you're able to relist it through streaming it again, and have a different title, a different keyword set, and target that way. And you can target different keywords. So you can target multiple keywords, use the same video, but it ends up being multiple videos and rank for multiple things. That's another way. Just going to Fiverr and getting backlinks to your video is totally okay. I want to encourage you to look at quality over quantity. You want to look at Fiverr sellers that are very popular and selling lots of gigs, because you don't want to use a seller that doesn't have a lot of reviews and they're going to give you a zillion links for $5. I would much rather use a service that's going to provide a little bit less and be high ranked, and the reviews, people are going to feel that it works. But again, whenever you talk about sending lots and lots of links to video, you want to make sure that you're doing so through an interface like YouTube, because you don't ever want to send a ton of links to a website, because that can lead to Google flagging your site, and then you're in trouble. Okay, so Clarence wants to know. So Clarence says that I have a video on the first page of Google that is not getting any calls. What am I doing wrong? Okay, Clarence. Well, I don't know. Let's figure that out. My first question would be is that you say that it's on the first page, but what is it on the first page for? So if you can let me know. Now, I'm not going to share specifically with everyone the video. I don't want to do that. I want to encourage all of you to not share things like that with other people. But if you could let me know, like, is it ranking on the first page for the business's name, or is it ranking first for like a specific service? Because sometimes that can be the problem. Okay, while Clarence fills that out, clarification on our last question. This person is wondering how to get more views on a YouTube video. And yes, you can go to a place like Fiverr and you can purchase views. However, you want to be careful with this, because I know that it can get you in the hot water if things are too unnatural. So, like if you were to pay for a lot of views and then stop, YouTube might see that as unnatural, and so you have to be careful. Throw in lots and lots of links to video, I think, is a better way to get it ranked, although I'd be curious to hear what other people have to say as well. I do know that getting some views, getting some likes, it's something that some people do. It is considered more on the black hat side of things, just because they're not real people. They're well, sometimes it's real people, but you pay a fee and then people go and they like the video, and it's not natural. And you just want to be careful, because the way that I've always done things with working with local businesses is I try to do everything white hat and stay away from the black hat things, because even though the more automated ways can certainly get results, it can also get penalties. So I just want to encourage you to be careful. I'd be much quicker to buy a lot of links to a video on YouTube. That seems to be okay, but getting fake views is something that's a little bit more questionable. Okay, so Clarence shared with me that he's looking to rank for video marketing, and then he shared a specific city, which I'm not going to repeat here, but that's what he's doing. So I'm going to pick a different city that he's not using, so don't show Clarence out. But let's pretend that Clarence is working with video marketing Harrisburg. Harrisburg is a town near where I live. So Clarence wants to be ranking for the phrase video marketing Harrisburg. And if you're ranking for that, that's great. And I think that's something that you would want to show your potential clients. Look at this. I am ranking number 1 for video marketing in Harrisburg. And when the business sees that, that will add credibility to what Clarence does, and that's great. But the problem is, Clarence, not a lot of people are actually typing that in. Not a lot of people are searching for video marketing Harrisburg, just because they're not. So that's the bummer about it. It sounds like the keyword phrase that you targeted is just not something people are typing in. So I want to encourage you to use a keyword tool to find out more about what people are searching for. I mean, certainly just video marketing in general people are looking for, but video marketing Baltimore, just you're not getting a lot of views because not a lot of people are looking for that specific keyword phrase. So I want to encourage you to do more keyword research to figure out what would be better for you to rank for. You can use Google's keyword tool to do that, and what that does is it gives you an approximation. It's not exact, but it gives you an approximation of what people are searching for. You can kind of work backwards to see. Like what I would do is I would go to that tool and I would type in Harrisburg marketing and see what related keywords pop up, or Harrisburg video or Harrisburg video marketing, and see what pops up related to that, because there might be a better keyword phrase that you could market yourself with, because you're not getting a lot of views because I'm guessing there's not a lot of people looking for that. Okay, so Bradley asked, is there a white label video hosting service that I could recommend? So, okay, let me make sure that I understand what you're asking, Bradley. As far as a service to host the videos, so let's say that you sell a video to a chiropractor, and you would use this service to have the video hosted, and that this service would also track how many people view the video, and you don't want to use YouTube because YouTube has all the advertising in it and can end up pulling people away from the video, all that kind of stuff. What we're using these days is actually, if someone can let me know that you can hear me okay. Someone says that we lost the sound. If you could let me know, I would appreciate it. Okay. I think it was a specific from someone. Okay, thank you for your patience, everybody. So yes. So in terms of with the white labeling, we use Vimeo, and we like them a lot. Vimeo, and basically what you can do there is you can pay them a fee, and I don't remember. I know that, as you can imagine, we have a lot of videos that we have hosted when you take into consideration all the things with the training that we do. And we pay, it's not a lot of money, and we have our videos through there, and Vimeo is definitely one of the biggest ones out there in terms of if you don't want to use YouTube. You do have to pay some money, but again, it's hosted through there, and your clients will not know the difference if you do things correctly. We used to use Wistia, Wistia, and we still use them for a little bit, but we've just found Vimeo just to be a little bit better for us in terms of the scale that we're on. So, but both of them in terms of service are great. Okay, so but Bradley clarifies and wants it to be his brand. So I guess Bradley would want to be able to relabel the video player to actually be him. That's interesting, Bradley. I don't know. I can look and find out, because I know that there was that one that Todd was a part of that might be like that. I'm not sure. But I can look. If you want to open up a support ticket, I'd be happy to help continue this conversation with you and see if we can find something. Okay, so Stan wants to know, what about hosting with Amazon servers? Yes, that's a good question, Stan. You certainly can do that. In fact, we've done that too. Just so those of you that don't know, Amazon has this this option where you can store files on their server, and it also includes videos. So we've also used it with our internet marketing stuff to store like documents and things like that people download, and it's worked out well. My programmer complains about it and says that it's slow, but I don't think it's slow. I've never experienced anything with that. You can also store videos on there. However, you would need a video player. If you had videos stored on Amazon's servers, you still need to have a video player, whereas Vimeo and Wistia have really robust video players that you can have, like the videos where they kind of pop up and like overlay on the screen. That all that stuff is built in, and it's really easy to do. With Amazon, it's a little bit more tricky. And then like how you get the videos like into the buckets and everything. It's something, honestly, I don't quite understand. And I have a helper that helps with that stuff, and I don't know if it might have gotten better with their interface, but I had trouble with it when I was using it. But yes, it's cheap, and I know that people also use Amazon to send emails out too, and I'm very curious about that. Jack Hoppman is really big on that, and I've never tried it, but I'm very curious. Okay, so yes, someone wants to know when in terms of, because you know how YouTube works. When if you look to get a video ranked, a lot of times YouTube videos appear really high in the search engines, and that's not a surprise because YouTube is actually owned by Google. So they control that, and it's just one works well with the other. So if you have a video and you rank it well, it seems like it's easiest to get a video to be ranking well on YouTube to get it appear in the search results for Google. When I'm talking about Vimeo, I'm talking more about just a way to host a video like on someone's website. So I think we're talking about two different things. One would be if you're trying to get a video to rank on the first page of Google, having them in YouTube. YouTube itself is also going to get you some views, which is good as well. However, when you have a video hosted on a business's website, you usually don't want to have that be through YouTube because let's say that you go to the chiropractor's website and you see the video and it's great, but then at the end of the video, it starts playing another video that is a different chiropractor. That would be horrendous. Or it shows an ad or whatever. YouTube is interconnected that it tends to show other things, and you don't want to do that. When you have a video playing on one of your client sites, you want to have 100% control over that video. So that's why I want to recommend that you use something like Vimeo or Wistia to place that video on their site. And then, there's no advertising. You can have it be whatever, however you want. You have a lot of control over that. So when I speak about Vimeo, it's not so much to get it ranked in the search results. It's just to have a really clean look on their own website. Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying about that. All right, let me see what else we got here. So please let me know any other questions that I can help you with. Yes, so question was asked. So to clarify, yes, it is. This is a great time to be contacting clients. It absolutely is. You might get people, that the occasional person that is out for a week, and when that happens, make a note and don't contact them the day they come back. Give them a couple days, but then follow up with them, because I think that you'll find that in a lot of cases, businesses, they're not pushing their business as hard because it's the summer and like employees are in summer mode, but the business owner, in a lot of the days is still going to work, still running their business, and it's a good time. And you can kind of play up too on the fact that they need to do something now so they're ready for the fall, because there's something about the fall that, and same thing with January too. These are like the two times of the year where businesses they feel like, and you probably felt the same way too. And I think that with me, Part of it's because I have kids that go to school, and I think about when I would go to school, and there's something about the fall. It's like, let's get going. This is it. Let's gear up. And what does the local locksmith want to do to really lock down more business this year? What can they do? And that's when you come in, and this is the perfect time, because now, make a deal, make a video for you. We can have it up and running, easily for the fall, and have you in place to stand out from the other locksmiths. So yes, don't let the summer lead you away from pursuing this. Like, oh, I'll wait till fall. Don't be like that, because this is a great time to be contacting businesses. So so I'm talking tonight about, ranking videos on YouTube and videos on a website. And what I'm saying is, if the ideal situation is for a business to have a video on their website, so that way when you go to their website, there's a video, and it's going to help their conversions, because, statistics have shown that a video increases engagement. If the video has a testimonial, it increases the trust, blah, 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 all those things that we know. So having a video on their website is great. However, that video on their website is not going to rank in the search results, because it's on their website. Their paid actual website can rank in the search results, and that's an entire different matter. But that physical video that's locked on there will not help them in terms of like a YouTube listing. And I'm not suggesting that you put a YouTube video on their website because of the limitations that YouTube would create with that. However, so what I would suggest is, you have the video on their website, but then you take that video and you also have it in YouTube. So now you have two different ways to get them business. Their website is going to be just a better place because they have a video and they've paid for this video, but also you get this video on YouTube, so that way when someone searches for chiropractor in whatever, up comes their video on YouTube, and then also, what do you know, there's their website. So now they have two spots on that first page, and now when someone's looking for a locksmith, wow, this business, here they have a video here, and here's their website. That's great. So, yes, we're talking about two different entities, two different services, two different benefits that when they have a video, they can really get a lot of mileage out, because they could have it on their website, but you could also charge them a service to have them have their own channel on YouTube, and that you promote in the search results to get that video to rank in Google. So let's say, for example, that you were to provide a series of videos for them through a YouTube channel, and that's great. But then on their website, you could also showcase some of those videos. It would just be for a different purpose. So, let's say that let's say that they already have an existing website, and you help them put a video on, kind of like we looked at some boring websites in the past, and talk about how a video would look great on there. And you do that, but then also on their website, sure, you can have a link to their YouTube channel, but there's two different benefits. The one is when someone goes to their website, they're going to see a video and be more engaged. But on the other side of things, you take that same video and make a YouTube channel, and they get traffic that way as well. So benefit on the website, and also there's the hope that their website will rank better because they have a video on it. But then also, because they're in YouTube and they have a presence on YouTube, they'll be able to get results that way as well. And yes, Google likes YouTube a lot. Okay, so the question was asked, and so we're talking about YouTube a lot here. What do you charge to set up a YouTube channel? Because it's neat. When people hear the word channel, they tend to think like, wow, a channel, that like NBC. I bet that sounds pretty cool. Even though you and I know anybody can have a channel. It's not hard. It's pretty quick to do. So what I encourage you to do is, when you're selling your video services, here's the video services, and then we can create a channel for you for this amount of money. And what I tend to do is lay out to actually have a channel set up, it doesn't cost that much more. So like, let's say that it's $500 for the video, and it's a total of $750 if they want that video to be in a channel set up on YouTube with graphics and everything. And this is something that you can just turn right around and outsource, or you can find out how to do it yourself, because it's not hard. And then you can do that. And then they have the perfect setup to make more videos. If you were to provide testimonial videos to them, you could do this on a regular basis and charge them monthly for it, and be filling their channel up with these testimonial videos. It's a great thing to do. So I think it would depend. If you're just being hired to set up a YouTube channel, I don't think I would do it for less than $500, as long as it included some kind of video. I think it would depend on the work and your time. I mean, I can tell you that once you know how to do it, you can do it in an hour. So I don't think it's that expensive of a service, but it sounds really cool. I think it's all about what it's connected to. So, I mean, if you made a deal with someone and you provided 3 videos to them, maybe for $1,200, and realistically it was going to take you an hour to make those videos, and that you included the YouTube channel, I think I would do that. But it really just depends. I think that a YouTube channel is more like, at least in my experience, more the icing on the cake than just the service. Like, I think if I called someone up and was like, how would you like to have your own YouTube channel? Unless that person was already familiar with YouTube and liked it a lot, they'd be like, no way, YouTube channel. I think that they're going to be more interested in a video for their website, but then, the concept of being active on YouTube, it sounds good. I think that a bigger company that's already doing a lot of advertising, they might be interested in a YouTube channel. Let's say that you found a company that actually has a lot of videos that they're shooting in-house and they don't have a presence on YouTube. I think you could offer to set something up for them, and I think I'd charge a lot more money then. Like, if there was a company that had 10 videos and they wanted you to set up a channel, I don't think I would charge less than $1,000 for that, because you're talking about taking their videos and figuring out the keyword tags and setting it up. It's going to be a lot more work than just taking something that you have and popping it in. So there's that opportunity there. Okay. Great. So I want to encourage you also, any questions that you have that aren't answered, or if you're listening to this and it's recorded, please feel free to send them in to us and we'll help you out. support@internetmarketermatt.com. If you're watching this live, please know that we'll be sending out an email with access to the Google Maps tool, most likely on Wednesday. So I'm excited to share that with you. And also, we're really excited on what we're working on with Easy Video Creator. We continue to work on new things. We are currently experimenting with an entirely new encoding tool, which will open up the door to do all these other really, really neat things. And we hope to have that available to you very, very soon. I don't want to get myself in trouble and say like when I think it'll be, because then people will be disappointed. But please know that some really exciting things are coming, and a lot of things that you will have access to because you're a monthly member. You don't have to pay for anything else. It's just going to be added to Easy Video Creator. It's not like a 2.0 kind of thing or anything. So just more features, and really appreciate you using our service. And we just want to do whatever we can to continue to give back and add more value to what you have. And you can look forward to seeing more of that really soon. So thank you everyone for coming out. I really appreciate you giving up your time. I want to encourage you to make a commitment to think about, what can you do? I know this is a busy time of year with vacations and everything, but make a promise to yourself to just really get in there and move forward with what you have. I'm sure you have so many things in your arsenal, more than you need to be successful. So just, you need the time to make it happen for yourself. And of course, we're here to help you as well. And the question was asked, spicy or regular? And I would have to say spicy, as long as it's not too late in the day, because then I can't sleep at night. So how about that answer? So thank you so much, everyone, for coming out. And I really appreciate your attendance and look forward to seeing you next time. Have a good one.